Welcome to the Lindsay Ann Learning Channel with content that is designed to help English teachers just like you find balance in their lives and teaching practice. I am Lindsay, a veteran National Board certified high school English teacher and founder of Lindsay Ann Learning. I am passionate about helping other English teachers, so I write on my website and I create these videos to share practical feedback strategies, student-centered learning ideas, and mini lessons you can share with your students. You will find all that here and more, so please don't be a stranger. Be sure to like this video and don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell notification so that you can have a steady stream of English teacher inspiration and ideas. Today, I want to walk you through my go-to beginning of the year activity. It is called Two Truths and a Lie-ish. Emphasis on the ish. This activity is a twist on the traditional and boring two truths and a lie. I cannot take credit for its original creation, so I will pause here to give a shout out to Teacher Jake in my school district, who shared the idea with me a couple of years back. I have since tried it out and perfected it in my own classroom, and I absolutely love that it serves as a purposeful icebreaker and communication skills pre-assessment. It allows me to see students' current abilities in terms of public speaking, clarity, confidence, expression, and voice, as well as the use of concrete and sensory details, organization, hooks and conclusions, transitions, and diction. As an added bonus, it allows me to start building a collaborative and engaging classroom culture and to get a feel for each student's personality, likes and dislikes, and personal background. It is interesting to hear students' stories, and the completion rate on this assignment, by the way, is always 100%. Everything we do, especially in the beginning of the year, is pointing toward building culture and climate in the classroom. And in order to build a better community, it's important to get to know students as people. This activity capitalizes on the fact that stories are the threads that connect people together. Everyone loves a good story. Stories create connections. And when we share stories, we are weaving our lives together. We are finding and making connections and realizing that we're more alike than we thought, or maybe more unique than we gave ourselves credit for. And most importantly, we have the ability to have our voices heard, validated, appreciated, and elevated. The way that we get to know each other as people is through storytelling. I'm going to show you how this works, and I'm going to use myself as an example, so be sure to stay tuned. The key is not just stating three facts, but having students elaborate on them in some way. Then the class has an opportunity to ask questions in order to correctly identify which one is the lie-ish. You can play this at a low level of difficulty and require that the lie be 100% false, or you can play this at a high level of difficulty and let the lie be subtle, a small detail within a larger true story or descriptive elaboration. We have come to the part where I'm going to use myself as an example, just like I would when introducing this activity to the class on day 1 or 2 of this school year. Which one of the following do you think is the lie-ish? Number 1. When I was younger, I was the lead female singer in a band. This happened by chance as I was hanging out with a group of friends one day and decided to jump on the mic and sing as the band was warming up in the middle of the song. The band leader came into the room, unknown to me. He heard me singing and proceeded to twist my arm to sing with him. It was totally out of my comfort zone, but it is one of the best experiences that I had while growing up. Number 2. I moved during my junior year of high school to Eagan, Minnesota, and started going to a totally new school, a school that weirdly enough had classrooms with only 3 walls. The 4th walls were open to the hallway, which was quite distracting at first to me, as anyone walking through the hallway, anything going on outside the classroom could be watched. But I digress. I totally hated this school. So I met with my guidance counselor and at his suggestion applied to and was accepted to a post-secondary program. I did not set foot in that high school again during my senior year until graduation day. I attended the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota for free and took psychology and English classes. Dr. Claudia May taught me about close reading and textual analysis as we read Heaven's Coast by Mark Doty and encouraged me as a writer. And I will be forever grateful to her for helping me to start to find my voice. Number 3, I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher. In fact, I was voted by some kid named Ryan as the most likely to become a teacher as a part of my 8th grade graduation. And apparently the rest of my small graduating class agreed. I enjoyed school a little too much. I mean, I will confess that I got excited every year to take standardized tests. Who does that? I even planned my entire education when I was homeschooled during one year in 6th grade. I created daily lessons and then completed them. Yep, I was that kid. So as a teacher, I always have to remember that not all students are as excited about school as I was growing up. And I challenged myself to find ways to make the content engaging and authentic to the real world. Okay, so which one was the lie? Was it 1, was it 2, or was it 3? This is where I'd pause and I would allow time for listener questions. With less talkative classes, I sometimes have to jump in and ask my own questions to get the ball rolling, but students usually are very interested in trying to put the speaker on the spot to see if they can discover the lie. Now, since I cannot answer your questions as I usually would when modeling for my students, I will just go ahead and reveal the answer to my model, 2 truths and a lie-ish. If you guessed number 3, you would be correct. No, I did not always want to be a teacher, let alone an English teacher. In fact, I actively avoided becoming a teacher. That was the absolute last thing on my mind. For the first 2 years of my college education, I was pursuing a major in biology because I always had a fascination with genetics. I was the kid who went to the library and checked out books on Gregor Mendel and the splicing of plant DNA. I sort of fell into teaching after a series of unfortunate life events led me to taking a gap year, engaging in some self-reflection, and enrolling in a different university and declaring myself as an education major. So hopefully from this example, you get the idea. Give students a simple assignment sheet that tells them the gist of this 2 truths and a lie-ish activity. In fact, I have one that you can download via the link in the video description, so please feel free to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will try this activity with your students and enjoy hearing their stories as much as I enjoy hearing my students' stories every year. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for even more teaching ideas just like this one. See you next time.